Today we're going to be doing the crochet tag. Hey babes! Welcome back to Moonbae Crochet. It is Brandy and today we're doing a fun video. So I was casually scrolling through my YouTube home feed the other day, and like typically that's not something that I actually do very often. I'm a very closed-minded person. No, I'm just kidding, but I tend to go on YouTube with the intention of, oh, I know exactly what I'm putting on. I know who I'm watching, right? Like I go and Kiki Chanel. But yeah, I don't typically like go through my my home feed, and but I just happened to be doing it, and I came across a creator. I think it's pronounced Killian, but it says Killian Viney Maple. So anyway, she is a crochet content creator on here, and her thumbnail said crochet tag on it, and I thought, is that what I think it is? And sure enough, it was. So I don't know how many of you here are old enough to remember MySpace. I was all over that in junior high, okay? But basically, there used to be these things, and I think I even remember them being on Facebook as well once MySpace kind of died out. But basically, there was these things that people would create. They were called tags, right? So it would just be like, pick a subject, tag, right? Food tag, let's say. And I think they called it tag because it was basically like a survey. Like you just answer the questions, like the prompts or whatever. So it's like favorite, if it was a food tag, for example, favorite fast food restaurant, favorite meal to make at home, favorite soda, favorite candy, whatever. And then you would answer like, oh, okay, In-N-Out Burger is my favorite fast food place. And like, I don't know, my favorite meal to make at home is like pasta, blah, 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 whatever. So on and so forth, right? You answer all the questions, but you would really only do it if, or I mean, like, no, anybody could really do it, but then the point was to tag other people to do it. So now you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to tag my boyfriend, and I'm going to tag my best friend, and I'm going to tag these 3 girls that I go to school with, like, whatever. Basically, you tag other people to do it, and then they would answer it, and then they would tag other people to do it. It was kind of like a fucking pyramid scheme now that I think about it. But anyway, it was, those were the days. 'Twas a simpler time. And anyway, so I was like, oh my gosh. So I watched Killian's video and I was like, oh, a crochet tag, how fun. She was tagged by, and it was made by Rachel of the Faded Wildflower Crochet. So anyway, this might be embarrassing, but like nobody tagged me to do this. So I'm just going to do it myself because I just want to participate. I want to feel like I'm living back in the old days on MySpace. And also I'm really not sure who I'll tag to do this after me, unless Miss Jada and Stitches wants to give me a little bit of attention or whatever. But I actually don't have like crochet, I don't have much of a community of like friends, I would say, on here. But I know like we're like 3,000 strong here now, so I don't know if any of my subscribers make content as well, but hey, I tag all of you to do this crochet tag as well. Even if you don't want to make a video, just answer them in the comments. It's just like a fun little thing to participate in. So yeah, and like another fun way for all of us to get to know each other. Anyways, I've been yapping for far too long. Real quick, in case you are new here, my name is Brandy. I love to do crochet content on here, sharing patterns that I love, giving you guys gift ideas for certain holidays or special events, challenge style videos like how many of blank can I crochet in X amount of time, sometimes reading stories, all kinds of fun stuff. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, I would love it if you would consider subscribing, sticking around. We have lots of fun here. And without further ado, let's hop right into this tag. Okay, so the first question is, how did you learn to crochet? I learned the basic fundamentals of crochet when I was very young, like maybe around 7 years old, from my mom. She actually crocheted. She liked to make like just simple double crochet lap blankets, and so she kind of taught me how to make like a chain and how to like go into the chain and whatever, but that was the whole gist of it. I didn't really learn too much, and I never kept up with it when I was that young. Kind of wish I had, because imagine like how incredible my skills would be now. But yeah, and so when I got a little older and I decided like, hey, I think I want to give that another try, I learned from right here on YouTube. Video tutorials, all that kind of stuff. And I give a majority of the credit to Jada and Stitches. I feel like she is the perfect instructor for a beginner just barely learning how to crochet. She explained everything so well. She went at such a nice, like, steady, slow pace. It was just perfect. And I think, like, I really fell in love with crochet because of how good of a teacher she was. So that is how I learned. What's your favorite thing to crochet? Ooh, so many things. You know, I love crocheting turtles. Happy Turtle Crochet has so many cute turtle patterns. They're just so fun, and they're so easy to follow as well if you're into amigurumi and stuff like that. But just in general, I think my favorite things to crochet are wearables. I love to crochet a piece of clothing. Something about that feels like such a flex to me. Just like, oh, where'd you get your sweater? Oh, I made it. You know, like, hello? Yeah, I love to crochet a cardigan, especially if it's like in like a nice stitch, like it has like, it looks like it's like textured or something. Like, I don't know. I love sweaters. I think sweaters are my favorite thing to crochet. If you could only use one brand of yarn for the rest of your life, what would it be? That is too tough of a question. Why would you ask me that? Girl, nobody tagged you to do this. You're asking yourself. Man, oh man, oh man. Only one for the rest of my life? Dang, that is hard. Cause there's certain brands where like their basic worsted weight acrylic, that one's my favorite. And then there's other ones where it's like their chenille or their velvet, that's my favorite, you know? And it's like, how could I ever live without a brand that does all of it, you know? Or there's certain brands where it's like I love one thing that they do and then I hate another thing that they do. Like I love Bernat Velvet. I love Bernat Baby Blanket, but Bernat Blanket, just Bernat Blanket. Anyway, okay, I need to like move this along here. I think if I had to pick just one, I think I'd have to pick Lion Brand. I think the quality of their yarn is so gorgeous and beautiful. And also, I just think that they have such a wide range of like things, you know, they have wonderful cotton, they have great acrylics, they have different types of like variegated and like fun ones that are like, you know, like the Mandela ones. Their Pound of Love, I love that so much more than the Karen 1 pound. Yeah, I think Lion Brand. I love it. I mean, I would, you know, hate to give up so many of my other yarns, but Lion Brand I think might have to be the one. Weirdest thing you've ever made? I would say the weirdest thing I ever made was Winnie the Pooh themed golf club covers. So weird, so weird. I had this job one time and like the assistant manager there found out I could crochet and she was like, oh my gosh, like blah, 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 whatever. And she was obsessed with like Pooh and all them. And I guess her husband was a golfer and she's like, can you make the... I don't even know if I did it right, quite frankly. I followed a pattern, I think, from Yarn Inspirations and then I just kind of like did the colors and I made like little pieces to make them look like Pooh characters, but who knows if they ever, like if they worked out for what they needed it to. I can only hope and pray, but I'm not at that job anymore. Quite frankly, that was like the worst place that I ever worked, so I really don't care. I associate it all with horrible memories. But yeah, what an odd thing. What an odd thing, but yeah, that's it. Something you'll never crochet. Another Lucario. Another Goku. Another Gengar. Oh, no, I know what it is. You know what I will never crochet? Ever in my life? A leggy frog. I'm sorry to those of you guys who make them. I'm not trying to offend you, I promise. I just think that they are hideous. They are just so creepy with their little flaily arms and legs. I just don't like them personally, and so I will never make any. Where do you get your inspiration? Ooh, a lot of it is from Pinterest. But honestly, actually, I see a lot of like things that inspire me also on TikTok. Those are two places that I love looking for like crochet inspiration. And a lot of times I don't even go looking for it. It finds me. Those algorithms know what they're doing. So yeah, that's where I find a lot of the inspiration for like things that I want to make for other people, gifts, anything like that. Favorite thing you've made so far this year? Ooh, made quite a few things this year already. I would say my favorite is probably the Bulbasaur that I made for that crochet order that I did. The pattern was by One Up Crochet. So good. It came out so cute. Bulbasaur is my favorite starter Pokemon ever, and I'm not gonna lie, I think I killed it. I think I knocked it out of the park with that one, and I think I nailed the colors. And yeah, so Bulbasaur is probably my favorite thing. Little runner-up is probably the graduation turtle that I made for my niece. I think that that one came out so cute as well. The pattern for that one was by Happy Turtle Crochet, other than like the little ribbon that I put on the back and the graduation cap. The graduation cap, I got the pattern from the Yarn Bowl Crochet here on YouTube, but yeah, I think that one was runner up, close second. Crochet plans you're excited about for the future. Well, if you've been here for a little while, you might know that I talk about Christmas incessantly, and basically the things that I want to crochet this year for Christmas are some of my like things that I'm most excited about. I really want to make quite a few hexagon cardigans, which I've never made hexagon cardigans before, so I think that that'll be really fun. Also, I really am excited to continue my line of astrology bears. I have two of them here, for example. This one is Aries bear. I love her. She's like a little ram, you know. And then I have Taurus bear here. I'm actually currently working on the pattern for Taurus bear. But yeah, I have not crocheted anyone past Cancer bear. So I really want to get a move on creating these patterns and working out all the details and stuff like that so that I can have the entire line, the entire astrology calendar ready to, you know, be shipped out to people, whether they are, you know, finished plushies or whether they are just patterns or whatever. But I'm really excited to finish that line as well. I have plans for every single astrological sign, and I'm just like really excited to finish this line as well, because I had never up until this point made patterns of my own. I was always just a strict pattern follower, you know, and like, yeah, these are pretty like simple patterns, you know, but they're mine. They're the first ones I ever made. So I'm really excited to, you know, have those available for everybody else and to kind of like see my vision for these come to life. Worst thing about crochet. Ooh. Well, other than like, the pain that you might feel, the physical pain if you don't take regular breaks and like stretch it out a little and make like kind of check in with yourself and make sure you're not like hunched over and like you're like, you know, not relaxed and stuff like that. Other than that sort of aspect of it, I personally think that the worst thing about crochet can be like losing your crojo. Losing your crojo sucks so bad, like especially when you see all these creators creating these like, you know, beautiful things and you're like, ugh, like, but you just don't have the motivation to do it. I think being stuck in a little rut like that can really just feel like earth shattering, you know? It's just not a fun feeling at all, especially when you are like very passionate about crochet and things like that and just being creative in general. It's, you know, it's not good to feel that way, and it can happen for a plethora of reasons. There's so many ways that you can lose your crojo, but I think, you know, getting back into the groove of it always feels nice. So yeah, I don't like that. Favorite thing about crochet, I think if I had to sum it all up into just one thing, it would be just knowing that like you did that, you know, like getting to say like, I made this, you know, I created this with my own two hands. I think that is one of the most satisfying and accomplishing feelings that you can feel in this world, in this life. And it's just so satisfying. It's so fun. It's so gratifying, you know, that, and the fact that like, you know, it's a fun hobby. It's something to do with your hands. It's something that stimulates your brain. Because I know nowadays it is far too easy to get stuck just scrolling for hours. You know, you look up from your phone at 6, 7, 8 p.m. and you're like, what the hell happened to my evening? Like, what, you know, what have I been doing? I think it's always good. It breaks up the monotony of just everyday life, and yeah, it's therapeutic. But I mean, honestly, I think the satisfaction of knowing that you created something with your own two hands is just one of the best feelings. I would not trade it for the world. So that was my crochet tag, y'all. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it was kind of cool getting to know me a little more. I know I just recently did a Q&A video, so it wasn't quite that different, but I mean, it was still fun. And like I said, I don't know too many crochet people on here, but if I could tag 2 people, I mean, she doesn't really do videos like this. She kind of makes more like TikTok, Instagram Reels type situations. But one of my little besties over on TikTok is Darby's Crochet Corner. And I know she has a YouTube as well. So I don't know how often she's on it, but hey girl, if you want to participate in this crochet tag, I'm sure people would love to hear from you. And also, of course, I'm just gonna shoot my shot and tag the beautiful, gorgeous Miss Jada in Stitches right here on YouTube, okay? I would love to watch Jada in Stitches crochet tag, okay? Everybody tell Jada in Stitches. Please, please, queen, please bless us with a crochet tag. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. I hope everybody has an amazing rest of your day, week, month, and night. Whatever you're having, please enjoy yourself. And I will see you all in the next one. Mwah. Bye.